RAUSCH Games! Hello, 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 and welcome back to some more RAUSCH Survives Minecraft. If you can see already from this screen, we have stone brick down. We've done some work off camera for you guys. I'm just going to run through that here in the base real quick. All the floor, walls, and ceiling that we would be using have been stone bricked. Still have quite a bit back here in the furnace room that is... Furnaces, yep. Furnaces have stone. And over here, we've got a little bit of stone brick. We've got a lot of cobble still to cook down. So I might leave that as cobble and use it as decorative touches later. But I'm just going to get this for the experience really quickly. We should be looking into an enchantment table at some point. Maybe making a diamond pick out of the diamonds we have. That's only if I do actually find some obsidian, though. Although there is the lava pool downstairs I could get obsidian from if I become really desperate, and maybe that's actually, now that I've thought of that, maybe that's something I do off camera again here, but I'm happy with my iron and stone tools at this point. And one more little thing, farm had some progress. Oh, we've even got wheat now, but here is our wheat chest, and we've got 12 wheat, yay! We've replanted, we're getting a lot of this stuff growing over here. Not that many seeds yet, but we'll fill it up nice and fast. We got 2 seeds out of that, multiplying, and we're going to use this wheat today as our main objective today is to go out into the world and obtain some replenishing sources of beef, leather, and wool. We are going to start making some farms today because we did start getting a good amount of wood last time. I think we're going to have to start by grabbing even more wood today, but I am just going to take this wheat with me. We're going to use it to get them together and breed our first batches of cows and sheep. The sheep, my favorite thing, I just try to get one of every color, and eventually the pen just becomes too small and they start glitching out, but whatever. So that's going to be the backdrop to our conversation this evening, but it is Thursday night. We will have a nice conversation. Just grab all the wood we have out of here, too, and we'll probably need to grab all these axes. I'll leave the wood one in there for keepsake. But it is Thursday night, and I've got a drink. I've got my tap water, because I just had my beer, actually. I cracked it. Oh, forgot to set my timer. There's that. I cracked my beer open a while ago, actually. It's about 1:30 in the morning right now. And I had my beer when my cousin and I decided to have a conversation on Skype. And it quickly devolved into a very beautiful political discussion. He is actually in the field of politics professionally. Yeah, we're just going to turn a lot of these into sticks because we're going to need lots of fences for my farming idea. And we're going to start out with it as that. Oh, we're going to need cobble too. Okay, you go there. And I'm actually just going to take this this guy with me. Let's go grab some cobble. Nope, wrong way. Getting lost in my own spot. But it's a very politically charged debate. Lots of things about DOMA and the NSA and Mr. Snowden on the run and things I don't want to talk about here on my channel, and the Philadelphia 76ers having potentially the worst draft I have ever seen ever, trading Drew Holiday for the rights to Nerlens Noel, who's barely ever played. Is it becoming day? No, it's becoming night. Let's go to sleep. Let's not... Okay, yeah, that's where our door's going to be for the night. Okay. Sleep this off, and we'll actually take the bed with us anyway, since we forgot to do that. It's nice to have a bed now, guys. Yeah, my Philadelphia 76ers trading away Drew Holiday for Nerlens Noel. Oh, man. I'm not a basketball fan, but I've been on the verge of getting into the Sixers. Every year now, for the past few years, Doug Collins is their head coach. I was really excited for because he tends to create a team atmosphere where he goes, and the reasons I do not like basketball as a sport tend to lie in the fact that professionally it is less team-oriented than, oh, I don't want to go that way, than other feats of athleticism I could choose to watch. But either way, c'est la vie. That happened. But now that whole little conversation my cousin and I had, and the one beer I'm allowed to have on Thursday night, had me all kinds of amped up and ready for some nice commentary tonight. So we're going to keep it in the realm of sports right off the bat. I am a huge sports fan. Really, professional basketball is the only thing I unilaterally hate, and it's only because it has become a very individual sport. It is all about obtaining that one superstar. And if you can do it, you can typically win a championship. That's all people strive to do, is get one superstar. Not 5 guys that play well together. Get one superstar and a bunch of role players. I hate that ideal. I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. But all other sports, I am completely and massively in love with. What are you doing down there? You don't want to go down there. They're just my thing. I've always been a fan. Here we go. All right, so we're going to set up shop right around here. The farms are going to be kind of far away from the house for now, but we will eventually build some kind of rail line or tunnel system out here, and that's the kind of stuff I geek out and have fun with. But with all of these cows out here, I can't not do this. And it's going to be a nice little beachfront farm. We could even plant some wheat out here to make it a little bit more sustainable. What the heck is this? Is it anything? Maybe? Maybe? I don't have any torches. We're going to have to make do with this. Just go light this up right quick and see what's going on down here. Now, what I don't like when it comes to professional sports are the personalities of the gentlemen, and sometimes the ladies, that are involved, that are considered professional athletes. This week, if you have been living under a rock, you may not have heard that the pretty well-known Patriots tight end... Oh my god, that bat just scared the crap out of me! I thought I was playing with a mod with werewolves or something, guys. Oh, man. We gotta check this out now. That was not fun. But unless you've been... Why would I do that? That's what I wanted. There's a creeper. Creeper! I'm getting out of here. Hello? This is a lot of the stuff I want to do when I get a little more armor. But we'll just light it up to here for now. See if anybody else tries to come out and play. Yeah, Aaron Hernandez, pretty well-known tight end for the New England Patriots, was arrested yesterday on account of first-degree murder as well as several weapons charges. Now, again, I just mentioned, I don't want to get into like politics and things like that on my channel, but if there's one thing that bugs me about the country we live in, it is it's not that we glorify our athletes, because in some cases, in most cases, the overwhelming majority of cases, our professional athletes are great people that really just, want to play their sport and have a positive impact on the world around them, and I really just respect the living heck out of them for it. Like, there are some real class acts out there, and like, I hate to bark up a tree that everyone from ESPN to my own core group of friends have barked up way too many times in the past couple of years, but Tim Tebow, like, I'm not a hugely religious person, but I just love who he is. He is dedicated, he is righteous, he is moral, he is just Joe America. He's wonderful. Like, it's a shame he's a terrible quarterback, because I really think he could do something great for the NFL if, he was better at his skill position. But regardless, Aaron Hernandez has served this week to embody everything I do not like about professional sports in America. And it is that it is essentially just a vessel for certain people that have certain character flaws to bring those character flaws to light on a grander scale. You've got a few different types of people that will typically become professional athletes, and more often than not, you can sum them up in 2 categories. Those that are athletically gifted and not sociopathic, and those that are athletically gifted and sociopathic, and whose athletic talents have really never forced them to learn how to coincide and live in a planet with other human beings. There are plenty of cases of this, aside from Mr. Hernandez, who unfortunately is probably going to be behind bars for quite some time. I need to fix my hotbar because I keep going for the planks. Torch has got to be number 6, guys. That's my preferred playing style. I am a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and I mean, if you were to talk about the biggest sociopath that I have ever seen played a game of professional football in the NFL, we have Michael Vick, and totally not a supporter of bringing him to my team. Jesus, I just want to grab that. Stay here and mine directly above your head, just like you're supposed to do. Gravel. Show me gravel. I rallied against bringing him into Philadelphia, and I understood why Andy Reid wanted to when he brought him in. Playmaker, versatile, weapon, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but sociopath. Sociopath. And just totally not the kind of person I wanted to see wearing my wonderful Eagles midnight green. But it's... These kinds of people are endemic of a greater problem that we have in America right now with the way that we, glorify our athletes. And the professional athletic structure in America right now is something that allows for certain people that have these negative issues to thrive. You take, all right, let's look at the backstory on Aaron Hernandez. All right, he went to play at Florida. He and Tim Tebow played on the same collegiate team at the University of Florida. And there was a time when even his coach, Urban Meyer, while, lauding his athletic prowess, recognized the fact that this kid was, quote-unquote, either going to end up in jail or in the Hall of Fame. It's a very prescient quote today with what we know and what's going on with that investigation, how tonight he is sleeping in a jail cell, quite literally. But even just beyond that whole predicting the future angle, I mean, the kid had problems when he went to college. He was pretty well known for being involved in gangs in his home area in Connecticut, which, is very close to Gillette Stadium, where he conveniently ended up playing professionally. And the University of Florida took him in on an athletic scholarship despite that troubled past. Because colleges, large athletic-centered colleges like state universities like, Florida and Alabama and things like that, well, they can take a flyer on a kid on an athletic scholarship and not have to worry about him so much. Now, more often than not, it's not that they're ignoring the fact that he's got gang ties. It's the fact that they're ignoring the fact that he really doesn't apply himself in the classroom. And you get a lot of kind of underqualified intellectuals that, become these professional athletes and then waste all their money because they have never learned how to spend it. That's a story for another day. We'll talk about Freddie Mitchell sometime. We'll get my feelings on him. All right, so first we're going to need a lot of fences. So we're just going to... Yep, give me all of them. 20 around. Let's see what we can do with 20 around. See how big we can make this. We're going to need one gate as well, obviously. And you guys will kind of see how I make this. I'm going to leave the corners. The corners will be posts of the cobble. I think this is going to be big enough. Oh, yeah, this will be plenty big. And yeah, so Hernandez goes to college, and he's got documented problems with gangs and, this wonderful backstory, and they take him in because he's a great athlete, and they know he's going to improve their program at Florida. And he does, and he's great. I mean, I remember watching him. He was fantastic. And the problem is you get to the NFL draft, and people haven't forgotten about his past. He is essentially a first-round talent that slips down to the fourth round, which is what enables the New England Patriots to select him and Rob Gronkowski in the same draft and have two of the best tight ends in the NFL on... Oh, I forgot my corners. On the same team. I mean, they really had a great haul there. There's a reason for that. So, the guy is quiet in his first couple years in the NFL. I mean, he puts together a great resume athletically. Don't get me wrong. I mean, whoo, man, that guy was lighting the world on fire for a little while there. And we're going to put this in our 8 spot, and we're going to put this down right now, just before it gets to be too late. Put it down right there. Perfect. Yeah, because I can't believe it's already nighttime. Wow, we wasted a whole day. God, come on. On top of the post, thank you very much. We're going to need more torches. This is already going to be well, I don't even want to do that. What am I doing? I don't want torches yet. They have to go on top. So no animals, no creatures spawn there. Can I sleep yet? Yay! So he slips, the Patriots take him, and, it takes him a couple years, but his tendencies come out. And I'm not, here to preach on a soapbox that that's the way it's always going to be with professional athletes or anything of the like. But I am going to say that it did happen here, and he most likely, it seems, murdered another human being. And before this, he was being paid several $1 million a year to catch a football. There's just something I find very wrong with that system. And I know he's not going to be the last either. I don't know. I mean, I just hope he's brought to justice in one fashion or another. You know, I hope he does spend some quality time behind bars. And there's another one that hit kind of close to home here in Philadelphia a while back, and it kind of got me started on this whole, like, wow, we should really watch who our professional athletes are. Marvin Harrison, all pro. What am I doing in this crafting table? That's what I'm doing. All pro wide receiver for the Indianapolis Colts forever and ever. I mean, he was Peyton Manning's favorite target when he was still new in the league, and just helped Peyton become the quarterback that he ended up becoming. I mean, Harrison was the dude. That's going to look uneven, but I don't care. There we go. Perfect. All right. So from here, we're still going to need a lot more fences. There we go. Sticks. Thank you. Yeah, Marvin Harrison owned, I guess at this point, a car wash here in the city of Philadelphia, and he was well known in the northern limits of the city up in North Philly, just as a member of the community. I mean, obviously he was known as a professional football player who had lots and lots of money. And there's an incident a few years back where there was a shooting outside of his establishment, outside of this car wash. And, the reports regarding the shooting were a little bit, nope, we don't want to do that. We do want to do that. And then up there, and then here. There we go. They were a little bit, disjointed right off the bat. Nobody really knew what exactly happened with it. And then, oops, there we go, two times. There we go. And it turned out that Marvin Harrison had actually killed a guy. Now, some people are saying that the guy tried to break in and rob Harrison. Other people said they had a previous disagreement, and the story never really came out to anything. And frankly, I'm not actually sure how it ended up, but the kind of thing always bugs me, where, oh, stupid blocks. You've got honest, hardworking people that, go their whole life without murdering someone else, but they'll never be given an opportunity to make $5 million in a calendar year. The best they can do is make $40,000 in a good sales year or something like that, And then you've got someone like this who, the dude's not even 30 years old yet, and his entire life is ruined because he's an idiot. And I hate to wow, I wanted many more sticks than that. I hate to generalize it like that, but I mean, that's exactly what the case here is. He just was never given the structure necessary to learn that killing other human beings was not only legally wrong, but morally a pretty friggin' reprehensible thing to do. And it bugs me that this is not a point that's put across to more young people today. So guys, don't murder each other, especially if you're going to become a professional athlete. I can't say anything, but I hope that I didn't even make fences when I was down there. Guys, I'm disoriented tonight. Right, I didn't make fences? No, I didn't make fences. Yeah, just don't kill each other. Please, please. Life is valuable and precious. It's not worth death. So, that's the depressing part. And I had to say something about Aaron Hernandez because I am a very, very large sports fan. And I always have been, and this kind of thing always bugs me deep in my core. And I really hope he is sentenced to the maximum potential amount of time for a crime of this nature. He should not be allowed to play football again, I can say that for sure. So, that being said, on to happier things. As we know, or as you should know if you pay attention to me when I speak to you, I'm moving very, very soon with my girlfriend. We are officially eligible to move into our new house on July 15th, and I'll be moving in personally sometime between the 15th and the 31st. I've got a little bit more leeway than she does. Haha. Minecraft music. Let's get rid of this while we're in here. Please, I could use that later. That didn't hurt. Suck it up. Suck it up. So in our scramble to move, I mean, I know she's under her own amounts of stress with work and everything, and I finally started packing my stuff up. And, it requires cleaning up and, all that fun stuff. And I'm typically a pretty clean person. I let clutter come up in the weirdest places. One thing about me is I am a major Christmas freak. major Christmas freak. I'm not all that religious of a human being. I don't want you to start to think that. I'm not. I spent 13 years in Catholic school, and all it really taught me was that organized religion is not for me. That's pretty much it. Um, but regardless, the it's something that I guess my grandma, may she rest in peace, instilled in me from a very, very young age, was just all the traditions associated with holidays that we celebrate are a lot of fun, and Christmas is the one that stuck out with me. I mean, obviously, when you're a kid, there's the thrill of getting gifts, but it really hit me pretty early what was the thrill of giving gifts as well. I really began to enjoy that. And on top of that, we had little Christmas villages that we put out every year, and all these great things. I loved decorating. I loved that everybody came together. I love that we had certain foods that we ate together as a family. Like, this kind of stuff made me very happy when I was younger. And once I got out on my own, I didn't, like, there are some kids who are like, I'm too grown up for this stuff now. Like, and they just stop celebrating Christmas until they have their own kids and realize how much fun it is. That didn't happen to me. Quite the opposite occurred. All right, now, real quick, time out. This is all going to be glass blocks for the ceiling, or glass pane. Yeah, glass blocks, yeah. Once I get to the point where I can make them. And dang it, I think I should have gone one higher. We'll see. Whatever. It's just cows. And maybe I'll leave it open. Whatever. It's the meadows. Who cares? Now, for this time being, I need to get rid of this gate, because they never squeeze through the gate. There we go. This, they'll squeeze through. Ricky Tick. So, let's get our wheat ready. But yeah, I've always been very attracted to the traditions surrounding the holiday seasons. And when I went to college, I took the ideal of the Christmas village with me. Oh, look at all these cows. I'm going to get so much leather. Let's go. Let's go. Follow me. I'm dancing with wheat. Follow me. I'm dancing with wheat. La 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 la. All right. This is getting weird now. I would decorate my villages in my frat house, and people would make fun of me for it, but I loved it. And so even now when I live on my own, I still bring them out with me whenever I can every year. So in my preparations to move, as I'm cleaning my apartment, I've come to realize that I've taken down 95% of my Christmas decorations this year. The one thing I never took down is my Christmas tree. It's a fake tree, and it still stands in my living room right now as we speak, and I just have not taken it down, and I don't know why. And my girlfriend, the poor dear, constantly calls me out on it. Like, is incredibly disappointed in me for still having it up. Like, and she's convinced that it's because, I can't let go of it, because she knows how much of a freak I am. But truth be told, I'm just lazy and forgetful about this right now. With all the other weird stuff going on, like, that's just not the one that come on. Really, you can't... Oh, how many do I have? I have 3. You can't let me have 4 cows. Really? Come over here. Come over. Yeah, there you go. You moron. God. Oh my God. Get in here. Get in here now. I'm gonna inflict pain. Get... Can I have 2? Can I have 2 and I'll kill the rest of you right now? Hello? Hello? Anyway, so I still have my tree up, and she's convinced that it's because I'm, he can't let go of it, and she's worried that she's dating someone that can't let go of Christmas. And the truth is, I'm just, kind of lazy with the move and everything. It'll come down eventually, and I'm afraid that I'm making her worry. Will you please look at the wheat in my hands? Everybody get in here. Everybody. Alright, well, that was it. That was your chance. So, we're going to gate this back up and start breeding them, and the rest are going to get slaughtered. You had your chance. So, you guys get bred after we sleep, of course. Stab it, stab it, stab it, stab it, stab it. Anyway, we'll sleep in a couple minutes. We're safe in here right now. Nothing can get in, as far as I know. The spiders can't climb over that. That's why I set up the slabs like that along the outside. So, she's justifiably worried that she's moving in with someone that's going to have Christmas stuff up all year, but even now that I think about it, it kind of works out perfectly. When I was little, I went to day camp up in Northeast Philadelphia, and when I hit a certain age, I became old enough to become a junior counselor in the day camp. And every year for the kids in July, which was about halfway through the camp session, depending on the way the year went, we did Christmas in July, and one of the counselors would dress up as Santa Claus. Tragically, I never got to do it, and it scars me to this day. um, Somebody would always dress up as him, and we'd give out toys and presents, and all right, let's breed you suckers, and I'm going to get out of here when you have your baby. But we've officially got a cow farm going, which is great, and the rest of you we will massacre for leather that we need immediately. All right. No, you got to get out. You didn't want to be in here, remember? Oh, massacre. So as I'm slaying these cows, we're going to talk about Christmas in July, but it works perfectly because we're moving in July. If I leave my tree up until my last day here, it's July 31st, and I've celebrated Christmas in July. So in an offbeat way, I've just kept the spirit alive for a few more months this year. There's a zombie. He's underground. And we'll take our workbench back as well. So we also want to do the same thing, the same design for a sheep farm. And I need to go find where they are most concentrated. But I think I need to double back and get some more wood before I do that. Murdering the cows, murdering the cows. Soon they'll be reproducing in my farm. Yeah. So, I don't know. I was just kind of something. I came home from work tonight. I put my stuff down in my living room, and I opened my beer, and I looked across the room, and the tree was still there, and I was half tempted to light it up. But I can tell you for sure, I have not done that since January. So there's no need to worry on that front. I'm sane for the most part. Give me more cows. I know there are more. Where are they? There's a brown sheep. I can lock him up. And it looks like I have exhausted the population. Nah, there's another one. There's a bunch more. Good. And maybe I should get some sand for that glass, too, while I'm here. So yeah, that was that little anecdote. And the only other thing that was really on my mind tonight that I thought was kind of funny and worth talking about. Oh, yeah, 23 beef. What up? So I mentioned that my cousin and I, just got off Skype, whatever, had a great little conversation. Before I started doing this YouTube thing, we would call each other every Thursday night, and this was as recently as, let's get rid of, rotten flesh, get out of here. As recently as, I don't know, 2 months ago, right before I started this YouTube thing. And then, there's sandstone here. Nice. I want to get a lot of sand because I want a lot of glass. Well, so in Philadelphia, we have the Italian market. It was made famous by the movie Rocky. He ran through the Italian market. And if you come to Philly and you're looking for like a fun place to go buy, food, it can be fun. As a tourist, I liked it a lot more. And then when I actually lived around the corner from it, the place stinks because there are fish markets up and down the street and no more shovels. I gotta make another one of those when we get back home. But we have more iron, so that's okay. And I think I will make that diamond pick and get some obsidian going in the basement off camera. I think that is what we're going to do. Are you? Oh, just the top of sandstone. Okay. I've never seen it from the top before, oddly enough. Okay, let's get all this. Get all of this. And now let's go back home and kind of start smelting what we can. We'll let these cows do their thing, and we'll remember, where are they? I'm going to mark this down right now. They are at... What is that? Negative 79-ish. And 83, perfect. Now we're really close to spawn. Yeah, okay, so the Italian market has a festival every year here in Philadelphia, and it's one of the more fun days I've ever had. It's typically just people going out and drinking, but all the businesses up and down the market, they get their vendors together. Can I just fence you off now? Is 10 enough? Probably not. Oh, but I've I've got 64. Yeah, we can do this. We can definitely do this. Let's keep you close together. Where's my workbench? What the heck? Did I not pick it up because my inventory was full? Let's go back and investigate. I don't want to make an unnecessary one if I don't have to. Item lag. Ah! Oh, that was lucky. My reflexes were just good enough. Yeah, alright, so what are we going to get rid of for you? I want to keep all my gunpowder. I want to be a TNT farmer eventually. Well, this is a tough call. One piece of sandstone. Get out. I don't need you. I do need a workbench. Okay, so on this festival day, I met up with one of my best good friends, my buddy Jesse, and we had plans to get together and everything. And I had to go to the gym early to justify all the food I would eat when all the purveyors came out and started throwing hot dogs and kielbasa around at people. So I got back from the gym and I was running late. And I was a little, like, hectic and scrambled and, oh, no, I'm going to miss everything. Ah. So I was running through my house to meet him at about 11 in the morning. And my Nexus S 4G, the phone I've had for the last 2 years that actually convinced me to switch from T-Mobile to Sprint to get that phone when it first came out. Well, I was on a family trip in Hawaii 2 years ago for some RAUSCH trivia there. Flew out of my hand and landed on the kitchen floor. Now, I've dropped it before. It's had a rough existence, and it's been a pretty sturdy phone. It's a Samsung. That weird flimsy plastic has always freaked me out, but it's pretty much been strong enough for my destructive ways. Oh, so many seeds. This is nice. Chicken farm will be next. If we can ever find one. There were some by the witch hut, if I remember correctly. Here, I'm just going to pause my alarm so it doesn't go off in 34 seconds like it wants to. We're going to go a little over a half hour today. That's fine. So it slammed into the kitchen floor, and it had survived these impacts before, but there had been a pretty fair number of impacts on this phone. And when I picked it up, it was fine. The case was still on. The battery didn't fall out. But I couldn't see the screen when I pushed on the button. And when I held it up to the light, I realized that the LCD underneath the screen was completely fractured and splintered and just virtually unusable in every way possible. So, phone broke, and the first couple days, were pretty stinky. And that's actually the reason I just got off Skype with my cousin, because I don't have a phone to this point. I had planned to use my upgrade from Sprint on a new phone, and I really want the Galaxy Note 2, especially because I'm doing this YouTube thing now. I get a lot of emails at like all hours of the day. I'm friends now with lots of people from the United Kingdom, and I want to be able to correspond with them appropriately and up to the minute if at all possible, and I need a phone that can handle that, and the Note 2 is really the only one I want. As we know, RAUSCH does not want to do anything with Apple again after this particular laptop dies. I have no plans whatsoever to ever be an Apple supporter again after this. So, oh, come on, really? Frozen keys, there they are for the episode, ladies and gentlemen. So I had planned on waiting for my upgrade to see how much it would cost me to get the friggin' Galaxy Note 2. When the upgrade came through about 10 days after the mishap, the upgrade cost $300 to get a Note 2. I mean, for an upgrade? Sprint, come on, that's ridiculous. I told all my friends, and like my girlfriend's on AT&T for her iPhone 5, and she's like, are you kidding? Like, my upgrades are not that at all. And, I was really just kind of upset by the whole thing. I felt kind of like, used and misled and hurt and, all the other bad things. We're going to put a gate down where that fence is. I just forgot to. I'll probably link these up with a nice pretty path at some point. Boop, boop. We will need more fencing. This is problematic. I can always just go get more wood while we're out here, though. I brought those axes for a reason. So I obviously did not go for the Galaxy Note 2 because, as we know, I'm moving and things are expensive. I put a lot of money into this channel. A lot of money will be going into the move, especially when we pay the rest of our deposits on July 15th. I'm just not in a position where I can really afford to throw down $300 right now on a new phone. So I have a friend at work who actually, for some odd insurance-related reason, has two Galaxy Note 2s. It's really, really weird, and he offered to sell me one for $300, but at a $50 a week credit system, which I can afford. I just can't afford the $300 all up front right now. I just don't have that cash at hand. I can afford to pay him in installments, though, which would be great, because Sprint won't let me do that with my upgrade price. Let me sleep, please. So, the problem with that is that he broke his main Note 2. He cracked the screen, and he's waiting to see if his insurance will replace it or if he can find a guy to fix it for him. And both things have proved unfruitful so far, so I've been kind of waiting for it. So, to this point, it's been just about a month, and I still just have no phone. My girlfriend is going insane because she texts me, and I technically can check my texts through my Google Voice web app on my Google Chrome toolbar, which is pretty cool and nifty, except for the fact that my texts go to my personal Gmail account, which is not the same Gmail account I use to create the RAUSCH Games YouTube channel. Believe it or not, I'm living two lives, and I have to switch back and forth between them every day. But the problem is, when I'm uploading videos to YouTube, I have to stay in the RAUSCH Games YouTube channel account. I can't really switch up where I am. Let's use that. I don't want to break anything. I think... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Ooh. I think something. I think I was going to say something is what I think. We'll use this for our fences, and it should be good enough for us. Let's just get that all into wood. Even though I had 22 planks over here, I'm not worried about it. We can always use more spruce planks. These turn into sticks. Take about half of them. See if that does us. Yeah, it's just a stack right there. That should be nice. But I've gone without a phone for this long, and she's not liking it. I'm obviously not liking it. I hate getting, like, voicemails from people and not being able to return the calls because it's not a phone service. It's just a phone messaging service. Oh, man. It's driving me insane. And I really want a phone, and it's, like, freaking me out. But then I think back, like, dude, when I was 13 years old, way back in 2001, this was never a problem. Like, I didn't have my first phone until I was 16, and even then it wasn't mine. It was in my grandmom's name, and I could use it when she didn't need it. I mean, eventually, it became my phone, and it gave me my phone number through T-Mobile, which I now have through Sprint. Like, I've had the same number forever. And eventually, that's what her phone became, and it was just a machine on which I played Snake over and over and over again. But for the most part, my whole life, I haven't had a phone. I haven't needed a cell phone. And then all of a sudden, I have one for a few years on end. And now, the concept of going a month without it is so foreign, and I'm so alienated from the rest of my life by it. I mean, it's insane how dependent I have become on this technology. And granted, the technology has come a lot farther than when I was playing around on my Nokia brick and making a snake dance around the screen. It's come a lot farther from that point. But it's still not something I should have to live with every day. I should be able to lead a human life without being attached to a cell phone. And this whole experience has just kind of woken me up to how ridiculously we all treat technology today. I mean, says the guy who has used all of his spare time to create videos and upload them to YouTube. It's just kind of funny to me that we are so invested in all this here. Alright, I'll go chase those sheep down in a minute. I just want to quickly put these slabs up, get the sheep stowed away, and then we're going to get out of here for the night so I can start encoding this and hopefully upload it tomorrow with some wrestling for you. But, the past couple of weeks, I've just, been on this crusade about, man, it's liberating to not have a phone and not get these texts all the time, and then I come home and I repeat the cycle where it's, oh man, I really need a phone. And at the end of it all, no matter what moral high ground I want to take on, how badly we need cell phones and how willingly we addict ourselves to modern technology, I sit back in my chair and I just think about the stressors of the day, and I look around and I sigh to myself and I say, man, I really miss that phone. And I still have it. I'm going to practice taking it apart see if I can start to understand what the interior looks like. I've gotten really good with what, how Apple machines are put together. I've learned to understand that. I've taken a few of them apart, but I have no idea, no concept of Samsung Android machines, and I would just like to. I'd like to see where all the pieces are, how they overlay, where the kind of bottlenecks and throttle points are, just so I can learn to mod in the future a little bit. Yeah, hopefully I have a phone sometime soon. It would certainly make life easier for this young gentleman here. All right, we got you two. I would love a white one, but if I'm not mistaken, there is a chance. No, it's only that they'll produce their color. So I'm going to get either brown or gray sheep out of this. I do need a white one for this enclosure. Maybe I can make one follow me. Dude, get in here. Get in here. Come on. Come on. Oh, for God's sake. Incompetent sheep. You can't just play along. Get in here. Right now. Get in here. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not over there. I'm here. Come on. Oh, man, you guys are stressing me out. What? Where go? I don't even know what noise that was. Will you get in this enclosure and come eat some wheat? Come on. I gotta end this video. I'm gonna feed him. I fed him. You coming in for yours? You coming in for yours? What if I feed you? Oh, no. You gonna have babies outside? Get in there. Little brown poopy sheep. I don't like this game at all. This was never this frustrating before. It was much easier to put things in pens. Has their AI been downgraded in recent installments? Oh, and also speaking... No. Get in here. Get in here right now. Alright, the two of you get in here. I'm going to breed you to the point of incest. There. Stay. Now, I'm going to put the gate back up there. If you will back up a little bit. Oh, right. Well, that's taken care of. Where are you? Where are you? I'm sorry, but you don't get to live. You don't mess around with my emotions like that. If you noticed when we started the video, even though I redid all the cobble and everything and turned it into stone brick back in the old cave home we have, chest. I want a chest. Yeah, I want to put one over in the cow enclosure too, so we'll make two of those. Even though I did all that, I still don't have proper doors for the outside. It's because I don't want to put wooden doors on the outside of my home. I'm going to upgrade to 1.6 when it comes out. Should be any day now. I'm pretty sure that's why Minecraft all reset the server, because 1.6 is on the way. There we go. That will be for the shaving. We need to make some shears. And right now we just have poop wool, which, whatever, I'm okay with. We'll be the brown wool capital of the world! Gonna go over here now and put this other chest down, pretend that didn't happen. And I'm gonna go back and cook a bunch of glass. But when I do upgrade to 1.6, one of the things I noticed in the snapshots that have been coming out as I've been playing them on my multiplayer server, The Society, is that zombie AI is insane now. I mean, skeletons have been pretty OP since the last major update that came through. Zombie AI, holy crap. Like, they swarm, they see you from farther away, and they already break down wooden doors, so I just don't want to gamble with that every time I start the game up, Oh, well, you got friends. I'd rather not do that, so I am going to be working on some kind of, like, smooth stone, redstone, pressure plate, or tripwire scenario. I've gotten a little bit better with redstone in my offline playing, and I'm going to bring as much of that here as I can. Man, I really want to go down there at some point. I'm going to mark that with my last torch. And we should be able to see the two farms at night pretty well with the 4 torches up top. I am going to have to come back and put more torches inside because mobs are definitely going to spawn within the pens with this light level. I've had major creeper problems offline in other playthroughs, but I just kind of, is it almost? Yeah, it's just about time to go to sleep here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let it go to nightfall, just to see what it looks like lit. We'll let it get there. We'll end the video there. I'll go to sleep, and I'll probably tidy up and go back and start cooking the glass before I turn my computer off. But yeah, so I'm going to be making that new set of doors. I'm completely wasting my axe. Don't let me do that, guys. I just want seeds. I just want seeds. That's another thing. I'm trying to get used to Feed the Beast offline. There's no way I can play multiplayer Feed the Beast right now and record it. There's no way I can record offline Feed the Beast right now. This computer just can't handle it. Playing by itself offline, I'm getting like a maximum of 28 frames per second. But as soon as I turn the camera anyway, it drops down to like 6, 3, 2.5. Like, it's really bad. But I'm still trying to teach it to myself for, you know, the time when I have a better computer. And yeah, let's see how this light looks, and then we'll pass out real quick. You trapped. You gonna be my brown wool capitals. Yeah! But even messing around with that, what was I gonna say? I don't know. I don't even know why I was talking about Feed the Beast there. Something about redstone and contraptions and just getting started. And I don't know. It's tough, but it's a lot of fun. There was seriously a reason I was bringing that up, and I'm kind of disappointed I can't remember it now. On that note, I'm going to sleep this off. I'm going to let you guys go so I can start encoding this and hopefully get it up tomorrow before I go into work. You guys have a great night. I'm going to try to be a little less scatterbrained and get ready to go celebrate Christmas in July. Bye-bye. I was talking about seeds because of seed oil needed to become an apiarist in Feed the Beast. That is all.